I feel like most people, it's like, wow, a year's gone by already. For us, really, it started more than a year ago. Outside our home was where one of the mysterious monitoring stations were. So we had some nice orange gates set up over here, over the sewer system, and we were all kind of going, well, what's this? And that was in early spring, late winter, and we were, all the neighbors and I were, okay, well, what is this? What's going on here? And had some conversations with 311 and didn't know, so it became a little bit of a running joke of, okay, what's this orange gate outside of Christina's house? And then, fast forward a few months to 1 year ago during that feeder main break, we were actually, I guess fortunately, up at the grocery store, and our neighbor phoned us and said, there's a water issue, get water, bring us some too. So when we came home, this, whistling noise was coming from the monitoring station that had been set up outside our house. Mm-hmm. And at that point in time, the city had not made the connection for us that it was monitoring the feeder main. But then at that point, it became very obvious that it was monitoring the feeder main. I'm not looking for special treatment. Obviously, if you're tearing up right in front of my house, and for a lot of my neighbors just over here, part of their grass and part of their actual front yards, you'd think there'd be a little bit more communication. At this point, we're all just waiting for the other shoe to drop. We often talk about the feeder main on our street being like a cartoon, right? So when you make a fix here and you make a fix here, and then in that cartoon, the big kind of build-up happens, and you can, take a stroll down 33rd Avenue and you can see very clearly where the road was torn up and where there's, new asphalt put down. And so for us, it's always, okay, well, we know from the city's communication that this feeder main is old and needs repair and potentially needs decommissioning. So, okay, what sections are next? And okay, it was right over here this time, but is it over here this time? And then recently in the spring, with the communications that the city had put out around thinking about twinning or thinking about other ideas. So for us, it's very much not a period at the end of the sentence yet, right? We're just waiting for, okay, what's the next step here? We know this feeder main needs more love. And so when does that happen, and how does that affect us, and will we be part of the conversation this time?